on her. But Warriors did win the opening game of the first game of the season between these two teams back on December 9th. 58-48. They got 14 points, 9 rebounds, and 4 steals from Lexi Griffin. A double-double from Asia Peerley, and they held Crystal Corley, the senior who averages 11 points and 7 rebounds per game, who has the ball right now with that right-handed layup. They held her to just 4 points and 5 rebounds in that first contest. She is the Mountain Lions' leading scorer and rebounder, and is top 10 in the conference in rebounding as well as field goal percentage. The starting lineup for the Mountain Lions here today was Corley, Frederick, Oba, Griffith, and Bates. As there's the first bucket of the game from the Warriors, whose starting lineup was Kalia Kendrick, Tristan Berry, Lexi Griffin, Shelby Glantz, and Alexis Glover. So the same 5 here today for the Warriors, who in their home grays, that's Young Harris, in their road blacks. Conley, with a very athletic rebound on the offensive end, couldn't finish with the right hand, as I'm now joined by my color commentator tonight, Matt. Matt, what are you looking for on this end for the Warriors tonight to have some success?
Well, of course, looking for a great game from Lexi Griffin, averaging 11.1 in points. Having pretty decent year. She's one of the better Warriors players on this offense. So she's good on both sides of the floor. We just need to see her get into the bucket like she can, getting a lot of steals, as she's very good on the defensive end.
Yeah, certainly both Griffin and Corley are going to be in the conversation for all conference teams in about 3 weeks. Here's Glover trying a drive, was bumped by Oba, the senior from Queensland, Australia, averages 7.7 points per game and 4.3 rebounds per game. So it will be a baseline out of bounds here for Lexi Griffin, who tosses it into Kendrick. Kendrick on the right wing will pump, drive, and had it stolen away. The pass was deflected by Oba into the hands of Frederick. This is Bates, who can't finish. Rebound was knocked out of the hands of Corley by Griffin. And now a out of bounds chance here for Young Harris. Young Harris on the season 11 and 12 overall, 7 and 6 in the conference, 2 and 3 in the Southwest Division. And I mentioned 7th in the KPI rankings, as Corley tries a 3 and a lucky bounce, as Corley has all 5 so far for Young Harris, which equals or already surpasses her total of 4 points the first time these two teams played. Here's Griffith on the right wing. Cross court to Kendrick. 10 on the shot clock here. Glantz turns, fades, and knocks down her signature shot right there. Shelby Glantz now on the board for the Warriors, who trail by 1, 6:45 to play here in the opening quarter.
It's a very tight game between two great teams who are fighting for a KPI spot. Young Harris, the Mountain Lions, in 7th right now, and your Warriors in 9th. And to get the home court advantage, you need that 6th place spot at least. So both teams here fighting for it.
Now Tristan Berry, a couple crossovers, getting to the basket, can't finish. Offensive rebound, Glover, who finishes, and the Warriors get their first lead of the game. Young Harris now pushing quickly after a made basket with the sophomore point guard Bates. 3.3 assists per game, a nice dime there. But that was Frederick who stepped on the line, a turnover for Young Harris. Frederick, a 5'8 junior from Blythewood, South Carolina, and transferred from Spartanburg Methodist. So in-state ties for Frederick, the second leading scorer on this Mountain Lion team. Glantz fakes the handoff. Turns and fades again, this time short. Rebound to Frederick. Still Frederick. This is Griffin. In the corner, trying a 3, no good, too strong. Rebound, Glover. Now Kendrick will push the pace, going the other way for the Warriors. Getting to her right hand, was fouled before the tie-up. That's an 11. That's Dusty Oba. And her second already.
And Dynasty Shagog checking in for Shelby Glantz.
And Edwards in for Oba with the 2 personal fouls. So it's sub for each team. Sperry. Kendrick in the corner, 15 now on the shot clock. Shagog dives and finishes. Lead up to 3 now for the Warriors as Shagog gets a basket on her first touch of the game. Just over 5 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Good offensive start for Southern Wesleyan. This is Bates crossing over. A pass for Griffin, almost stolen away, but Corley short of the layup, offensive rebound, and finishes the second time around. So all 7 points for Young Harris are for Crystal Corley, and we have an offensive foul on Shagog going back the other way. And that will send us to our first media timeout. A fast start here. 8-7, the Warriors lead by 1 as we head to our first media timeout. Welcome back to Tidesiger Gymnasium. A 1-point lead here for Southern Wesleyan, but Crystal Corley has dominated so far for Young Harris. She's got all 7 of her points, but here is Lexi Griffith, the interception and right-handed layup going back the other way. Warriors extend their lead to 3. She had 4 of those steals the first time these two teams played when the Warriors won by 10. One of the better two-way players almost had the same exact play happen right there. But Young Harris controlling it better as there is Corley again on the inside. No answer for her so far for the Warriors. 10-9 the early score. Now Lexi tries a crossover. Couldn't finish the floater, but got the offensive rebound and stolen away by Frederick. All alone going the other way, and Young Harris retakes an 11-10 lead. Shelby Glantz waiting to check back in for the Warriors. And Glover couldn't catch that one cleanly. Edwards and stolen by Griffin. Here goes Lexi, a one-on-one with Edwards, spinning, cooking to the left hand, couldn't finish. Rebound to Griffith.
Possibly looking for a foul there, trying to get through that contact with the spin move, and almost worked for her.
This is Frederick trying a drive on Glover. Cross-court feed to Griffin. Here's Corley in the corner. Shagog on her. Frederick will try a left wing three. No good. Rebound by Lexi. 3 minutes left here in the first quarter. A 1-point deficit for Southern Wesleyan. Lexi looking for some space inside. Instead kicks to Shagog at the top of the key. Gets a screen from Glover, who slipped wide open. Late pass. And Glover hit the bottom of the rim. Now here is Edwards, who will pull up from the mid-range and can't get the fall. Corley had it ripped away, and a foul on Shigog. That's Dynasty's second. So here comes Glantz and Rakia Mack, as well as Asia Peerley into the game. Asia Peerley also had a very good game in the first matchup. 10 points, 12 rebounds.
Peerley also the third leading scorer on this Warriors team.
I think they're just making sure that that last foul was on the floor, which was the original call, and I believe that it was the right call.
Because both teams were going for the rebound.
Or maybe they're looking to see if Shigog had possession there to reset the shot clock. That's actually what it was, is just checking where the shot clock should be. It's Frederick to inbound. This is Bates now. Hands back off to Frederick, who drives baseline, looking for some space. Looked like that one was blocked by Peerley, but they'll get her on the foul instead. So Asia picks up a quick one after checking into the game for the first time. And that will send Jamari Frederick to the line for the first time, a 71% free throw shooter on the year. A chance to extend an early lead here for Young Harris. And she knocks down the first. Southern Wesleyan scoreless in the last 2 minutes of play. After leading 10-9. And Frederick hits 2 to go up 3.
Kendrick now bring the ball down for the Warriors.
It's a new look for them in this game so far. It had been Barry or Griffin so far, but Kendrick now the 2 with Tristan on the bench, getting a rest with 2 minutes left here in the first quarter.
Griffin now with it. She'll kick it to Kendrick. Kendrick tries to drive in, 2 on her.
And she was, I'm going to call that out of bounds, but I think that probably should have been a foul. It looked like
a lot of contact going to the paint.
Yeah, Delamere bumped her.
And Kendrick inbound to Griffin. Griffin out to Peerley. Take a step in, she'll try a jump shot.
That tough shot, but she had to take that one because the shot clock was running down. This is Delamere with the rebound. Now Griffith. Bates kicks to Corley, who takes a dribble and gets the soft touch to fall. So Corley's now in the double digits, 11 points, 3 rebounds, and a 5-point lead for Young Harris. Lance looking inside for Peerley, who had it stripped away by Corley. Now Bates the other way. Still Bates keeping that dribble alive. Frederick. Extra pass, Delamere looking inside again for Corley with her back to the basket. Nice pass outside to Bates for the 3, who gets it to rattle home. Young Harris building their lead again here. An 11-0 run for the Mountain Lions over the last 3 minutes. A minute to play in the first quarter. Here's Mack. Griffin tries a right wing 3, looking to answer, couldn't get it to fall. This is Delamere. Extra pass, Frederick, a 3, doesn't fall. Good rebound there by Rakia Mack, who will push it for the Warriors. And she was fouled, I believe, by Corley. That is Crystal's first. 11 points, 3 rebounds, an assist, and a steal for Crystal Corley in just 9.5 minutes of action as Jordan Race checks in for Kendrick. And Trinity Edwards checks in along with Taylor Gardner, a freshman from Jacksonville, Florida, checking in for the first time today. Glance a 3, no good, and rebounded by Edwards. Young Harris can hold for the last shot here if they choose. Here's Gardner. Looks like double screen going to the left. Gardner uses them both. Race switches onto her. The kick out to Delamere for 3. Rebounded Glance. Griffin did not get it off in time, but it was blocked by Frederick either way. So a big-time run to end the quarter for Young Harris, and they lead by 8-1. You're watching Southern Wesleyan women's basketball here on the Conference Carolinas Digital Network. Welcome back here to Tysinger Gymnasium. Andrew Baxley and Matt O'Banion. Matt, couple scores from yesterday. 3 games yesterday here in the conference, and another one alongside this one here tonight. Belmont Abbey got back in the win column with a 32-point win over Leeds McRae. North Greenville knocked off Emmanuel 79-62, and Converse beat King 72-57. Here, other game tonight, Mount Olive is at Chowan. So a couple of very important results in there, Matt. Any of those stand out to you in particular?
Well, definitely the Belmont Abbey game, getting back in the win column and getting back in a big fashion. And actually, after their loss to Young Harris, a 2-point loss just recently on the 10th. So it was a big win for Young Harris, but Belmont Abbey's still rolling as they topple over everyone in the Conference Carolina play.
Yeah, they've been really, really good. Them and UNC Pembroke for sure. The 2 of the better teams at the top of the conference. Shelby Glantz knocked down a 3 for the Warriors, who they got to stop to end that Young Harris run. They close the quarter on a very good streak as Glantz tries another jumper and again gets that one to fall. Shelby's now got 7 in the game. The lead is down to 3. In just over a minute here into the second quarter. If you're just joining us, though, this end is where Young Harris has had a lot of success, in particular with Crystal Corley, the 5'9 senior from Milledgeville, Georgia, originally at Morehead State University. 11 points per game on the year, 7.2 rebounds per game, already at 11 and 3 here in this one. Shelby looking for more, spinning. That one was way too strong and rebounded by Edwards. This is Gardner. Now Frederick. A glance on her. Looking inside for Corley, who was bumped by Peerley, and Corley clapping in the face of Peerley, and that's a pretty obvious tee right there. And Corley just a bit too excited with the foul on Asia. But the ref's just trying to clear something up right here. Should be personal foul Peerley, technical foul Corley. We'll see what the official word is.
A pretty obvious foul, but not something you'd really see a technical come out of.
Yeah, I agree. It was definitely a foul on Asia, but also I didn't really see Asia react in a way that would have drawn the tee from Corley. So it will be 2 shots for the Warriors and then possession, I believe, for Young Harris, as it was a dead ball tee. So Tristan Berry, the Warriors' leading free throw shooter and one of the better free throw shooters in the conference, misses the first technical, an 81% free throw shooter. Goes 1 of 2. And so will also be Warrior ball. So the foul goes on Peerley, but the Warriors get the free throw and now the possession, looking to make it a one-possession game here with a bucket. Both Corley and Peerley taking a seat. Jordan Race, Shelby Glantz, Taylon Smith checking in for the first time. Alexis Glover and Tristan Berry are the 5 on the floor for the Warriors.
And Taylon Smith, a great ball handler for the Warriors, so we'll see probably her and Berry taking the ball out.
Here is Smith with Frederick Connor. They're looking inside for Shelby. Now she's got it at the high elbow. Race. Glover. 10 on the shot clock now for the Warriors. Need to get something going, and she walked. And Coach Davis says, do something. I think he wanted a little bit more action or a little bit more energy on that offensive possession for the Warriors, who were gifted the offensive possession after the technical foul. So Young Harris gets the ball back. 7:30 to play, second quarter. Here's Frederick. Inside, Edwards. The free throw line jumper, no good. Long rebound goes to Delamere into the corner. Spins on Race. Kicks in the corner. Extra pass. Edwards tries a drive and blocked by Berry. Back into the hands of Edwards. Cutting is Gardner, who will back it out and calm things down here. But now Delamere tries a left wing 3 and knocks it home. Bit of a chaotic possession there for the Mountain Lions, but they get a 3 out of it and push the lead back up to 7.
And Delamere getting her first points of the game.
Now extra pass. Race wide open in the corner. Can't get the 3 to fall. And great effort by Glover. Offensive rebound, though, goes to Berry. Gets a screen from Glantz. Have a mismatch inside for Alexis if they choose to get it to her. Smith on the drive. Nice move, but couldn't finish. And now Young Harris pushing the pace quickly the other way. This is Gardner looking to get to that left side. Kicks out to Frederick, who scoops, lost it, kicks out. And swinging around. Good ball movement here from Young Harris. 15 on the shot clock. Frederick a crossover and lost it. Turned it over to Race. Here goes the freshman the other way. They have numbers as Frederick took a while getting up. And she got back now. Glantz the one dribble pull up. And a foul on Glover on that rebound attempt. That'll be Alexis's first. And Lexi Griffin as well as Cameron Bates checking back in. And we have a timeout. And we'll keep it right here, though. Matt, the Warriors have done better here in this second quarter of stopping Corley. What do you think overall they could do to improve the defensive end, though?
On defensive end, of course, stopping the passing game of Young Harris. You see, it's a lot of quick passes getting it quickly out of their hands into someone who's driving into the paint or driving to the corner or around the arc. So really stopping that, really watching the ball move that they've been doing.
And also in points off turnovers, Southern Western only has one more turnover than Young Harris, but Young Harris has 10 more points off those turnovers. So that's certainly something that the Mountain Lions are doing a good job of, is pushing that pace, going the other way, and they lead here by 7, 6 minutes to play in the second quarter. 7 points for Shelby Glantz. She's been really good on the offensive end, but overall for the Warriors, they're 7 of 19 from the field, and just the one made 3 coming from Shelby Glantz.
And also looking at second chance points, the Mountain Lions have 10. The Warriors only have 2 points. Those rebounds are really helping them a lot with this lead.
As the Warriors now returning to the court, they picked up the win against Barton on Saturday, but a bit of a road stretch since we last talked to you guys. They did beat Bob Jones pretty handedly about 2 weeks ago, and then they lost to Francis Marion. Jordan Race had a big game in that one, but they lost by 22 on the road. And then last Wednesday, they lost by 9 against North Greenville, and then the 9-point win against Barton on Saturday. Back underway here. They're trailing by 7, under 6 to play in the second quarter. This is Frederick. Now Bates, transfer from Division I Texas Southern. And Bates took it away from Griffith there. So a turnover now for Young Harris. They've now got 7 in the game to match those 7 from Southern Wesleyan. See if the Warriors can get some points off those turnovers here. Just the one bucket, being the 3 from Glantz. Here is Shelby. In the corner, Lexi. Looking back for Glantz. Spinning, fading, jumper, has soft touch, and falls for Shelby Glantz, who's up to 9 now. 4 of 7 from the field. Here's Bates. Frederick gets a screen from Griffith. Now Delamere pumps, picked up her dribble, kicked back out to Frederick. Now Edwards on the drive, finger roll, couldn't fall, gets the offensive rebound, doesn't fall again. Shelby rips it away. Now Taylon Smith would have had a steam going the other way for the Warriors. Kicks out to Glantz, around for Barry. Lexi gets a screen and drives. Tristan, couple crossovers, was bumped, no foul, and Delamere going the other way. This is Frederick. Inside for Edwards, or excuse me, Griffin, who couldn't get the fall. Got the offensive rebound again, stripped away by Smith. Now the Warriors going the other way. Crossover by Smith, kicks out to Barry. He hesitated there on the 3 and will now slow it down for the Warriors. Glover working with her back to the basket, goes up, under, couldn't finish. Shelby Glantz offensive rebound. Smith cuts. Pulls the mid-range jumper, no good. And now a rebound for Edwards. Here goes Chastity Edwards, the 5'8 freshman, going the other way. Ran into Barry, who was waiting on her, and drew the offensive foul.
And that's a great job from her, seeing that she's driving with a head of steam and taking that charge for her team.
A very good play recognition there from Tristan Barry, the 5'6 junior, one of the better defenders on this team. Second on the team in steals per game at 1.3, only behind Lexi Griffin, 3:46 to play. Second quarter, the Warriors trail by 5, scoreless over the last 3:15.
And Crystal Corley making her re-entry after her technical foul.
And pass goes to Smith in the corner. Don't think it was meant for Taylon, but she got it. 10 on the shot clock now. Glantz pulls a 3. No good. Rebound goes to Frederick, who goes to Corley. Here's Crystal with a head of steam, getting to the right hand, hit the underside of the rim, and now numbers going the other way for the Warriors. Here's Lexi Griffin, scoops to the right hand, can't finish, and rebound to Bates. Both teams getting looks here in transition. Bates now going the other way. And a cutting Frederick, ripped away, and we have a jump ball. Possession arrow will stay with Young Harris, but very good hands there by Tristan Barry. Kendrick and Race will check in for the Warriors for Smith and Glover. Inbounder will be Jamari Frederick. Goes into Bates. Low ball screen from Corley. Bates looking to get an angle at the rim, and I think she took a awkward fall.
Probably coming down on another ankle from either a Warrior or a Mountain Lion.
Yeah, and she'll take her time walking that one off. Looks like she might try to stay in the game, though, which is a good sign for sure. It will be another Young Harris inbound here. This time it's Lily Griffith, a 5'7 sophomore from Waleska, Georgia. Corley working with her back to the basket. Spinning to the left hand, was bumped, or it was poked on the reaching attempt by Tristan Barry, who was trying to dig and just slow down Corley at all. It will send Crystal to the or they actually called that one on the floor still, and that's only the third team foul on the Warriors. So another baseline out of bounds here for Young Harris. Frederick to inbound, into Bates. Frederick goes through the elevator. Now Griffith, stolen away by Barry. Here goes Tristan the other way, dribbled it off the foot of Bates and into the hands of Corley. Crystal, Euro step to the left hand, pushed off. Offensive foul there on Corley. And that'll be her third personal foul.
And that's a pretty obvious offensive foul, going in with the extension of the arm. Try to get some room for that layup.
And the Warriors inbounded it very quickly, so Corley is still on the floor with 3 personal fouls. We'll see if they can try to go at her and draw that 4th one.
And that's very smart coming from the Warriors, keeping her on the floor to get her in more foul trouble.
Kendrick pulls a 3. It's short and rebounded by Corley. This is Bates. Turning the Jets on Kendrick, couldn't finish. And a foul on Jordan Race. That will send Bates to the free throw line for 2 shots. Warriors couldn't take advantage of Corley still being on the floor. 3 fouls, and now she'll take a seat as Trinity Edwards checks back in. So 2 shots here for Cameron Bates, a 57% free throw shooter on the year, 7.4 points per game, 2.7 rebounds per game, and a team high 3.3 assists per game. Couldn't make the first. Transfer from Texas Southern University. 5-point lead here for Young Harris. Under 2 minutes to play in the first half. And that will end a scoreless drought for Young Harris of 3 minutes 30 seconds. 5 minutes scoreless for the Warriors, as both teams' offenses just not in rhythm in this quarter. Here's Race. Now Griffin. 7 on the shot clock. Lance with it on the right wing. Looking to make something out of nothing at the free throw line. Looking inside for Race. Poked away. Going the other way now is Edwards. Edwards looking to drive. And an offensive foul. Another offensive foul drawn by the Warriors here in the second quarter. This time it's on Edwards. Great job by Lexi again reading the play. And forcing the 11th turnover of the game on Young Harris. But still just 5 points off those 11 turnovers for the Warriors. Here's Lexi. Looking to work on Bates. Crossing over, spinning to the bucket. Offensive foul on Lexi. And that was the help defender, Lily Griffith, who read the spin. And that'll be the first foul on Lexi Griffin. Lexi Griffin and Lily Griffith, those are 2 you gotta slow down when you're saying, or else you'll mix them around here. 6-point lead for Young Harris. Now 55 seconds left in the second quarter. Here's Gardner, who just checked in. Now Frederick. Bates crossing over and finishing with the right hand. First field goal in about 4 minutes now for Young Harris. 30 seconds left. They lead by 8. 7-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. Kendrick hands off for Glantz. Now Barry tries a drive. Step back, mid-range jump shot is pure from Tristan Barry. Lead is 6. Shot clock is off. Double screen going right now for Bates. Same action they went to at the end of the first half or first quarter. But Frederick wide open in the corner. Missed the shot. Rebound to Glantz. And Warriors can't get a shot off. So Young Harris leads 26-20 as we head to halftime. 11 points in the first quarter for Crystal Corley, but picking up some foul trouble in the second quarter, still at just 11 for the Warriors. Shelby Glantz has been terrific so far. 9 points, 4 of 8 from the field, and 4 rebounds. The Warriors trail by 6 as we go to halftime. We'll be back in a couple minutes with some halftime stats and report right here on the Conference Carolinas Digital Network. Welcome back to the Conference Carolinas Digital Network. Andrew Baxley here at halftime between Southern Wesleyan University Warriors and the Young Harris Mountain Lions. A 6-point lead for Young Harris, who got off to a pretty good start thanks to 11 first quarter points from Crystal Corley, their leading scorer and best interior player. She had a slower second quarter as both teams went through a bit of a scoring drought on the offensive end. Young Harris, this is kind of what they're used to. They're the fourth best defense in the conference, but Southern Wesleyan certainly going to have to improve on the offensive end if they want to win their 7th conference game of the season. 23 of the 26 points from Young Harris have come from Corley, Fredericks, and Bates. So 3 of their better players really having good games on the offensive end. And for Southern Wesleyan, 9 points and 4 rebounds for Shelby Glantz. Just 2 points from Lexi Griffin, the Warriors' leading scorer in the first half. 15 points off turnovers for Young Harris, 10 second chance points. Those are really 2 successful scoring departments for the Mountain Lions there in the first half. We'll be back in about 8 minutes with the start of the second half as the Warriors trail by 6 here at halftime right here on the Conference Carolinas Digital Network.
Located in downtown Central, Rails 133 has something for everyone. With menus and specials designed by our chef, Trent Kane, our selections can only be best described as upscale Southern comfort foods. Chef Kane uses only the freshest, locally sourced ingredients that have made Rails a destination spot. We offer theme nights, chef specials, daily specials, and our famous Meat and 3 on Sundays. Come visit Rails, dine in our lighted patios, or in our railroad-inspired dining areas. Rails 133, where memories are made every day.
Diamond T Promotional Gear is just a family-owned business that provides screen printing, embroidery, vinyl graphics, cars and banners. We've been in business now for over 32 years.
Our virtues set us apart. We daily work to build champions in body, mind, and soul. It's who we are. This is Conference Carolina.
Welcome back to Teisiger Gymnasium. A 6-point lead for Young Harris at the half, and a very important game for both of these teams in terms of the conference tournament, as Shelby Glantz pulls a mid-range jump shot on the opening possession. Alexis Glover pulls down the offensive rebound, but couldn't finish on the scoop shot there. Young Harris going the other way for their first possession. Bates all the way to the bucket and finishes to push the lead back up to 8. Now 8 points in the game for Cameron Bates, a second leading scorer for the Mount Lions behind Crystal Corley, who had 11 points in the first quarter, none in the second, and is playing with 3 personal fouls. Here's Tristan Berry trying a drive with the left hand, got it to fall. Nice bucket there from Tristan. That's her her second field goal of the game. And playing some good minutes, as almost always, on this defensive end. Looking for Corley inside. Glover comes to double. Now Frederick will try a drive, steps through Kendrick, and finishes. That was just Defense that was not good enough there from the Warriors. Frederick saw a lane and got through it almost too easily there. Now Kendrick pumps and drives and gets called for the offensive foul. That'll be her first, and the first of this half for the Warriors. As Lexi takes an early break, Rakia Mack will check in, a 5'8 junior from Jersey City, New Jersey. And here's Young Harris on the offensive end, leading now by 8. Here's Oba. Bates looking inside for Corley. Now Oba in the corner. Glover late to rotate, but couldn't get it to fall. Here's Kendrick going the other way now for the Warriors. In the corner for Mack. Kendrick. Glover looking for some help. Under 10 on the shot clock. Mack in the corner for Barry. She'll pull a 3. Too strong. Rebound Corley. Now Bates pushing it the other way. Now in the corner. Wide open. Griffith rattles it home. Lead into double digits, as big as it's been all afternoon for Young Harris at 11 with 7.5 to play in the third quarter.
And the Warriors just having so much difficulty scoring because they're just going around the arc, because Young Harris is really plugging the paint right now.
Just the one bucket so far for the Warriors in this half coming from Barry. That one doesn't fall for Glantz. Another rebound for Corley. And Bates again pushing the tempo for the Mountain Lions. Oba on the left wing. Now Corley back to the basket. Pass outside to Bates. Bates crosses, drives, was bumped before the shot. That foul is on Kendrick, I believe. Yeah, it is. It's her second. Both of them coming early in this third quarter, and both Glantz and Glover are taking early seats. And one more late sub as Lexi checks in for Goliath Kendrick. So it's Mack, Shagog, Barry, Griffin, and Peerley, the 5 on the floor in gray for the Warriors. Frederick went through the elevator, but no angle there. Now Corley the elbow, rattles it home. Her first bucket since the first quarter, now up to 11, 6, and 2 steals. And a timeout call by the Warriors. We'll take it with them. A 13-point lead for Young Harris, 6.5 left in the third quarter.
What if there's a place for you where thinking and doing go hand in hand with innovation, where professors are more like mentors and guides, where generosity is contagious, and if you catch it, you just might change the world. This is it.
Back underway here from Teinsinger Gymnasium. Young Harris building a big lead and a chance to build it even more as Bates finishes and crashes into the padding under the basket. That did not look good, but Young Harris, man, they've been very, very good. 13-2 now to start, but one of the catalysts in that run, Bates, is down. For the second time today, she also twisted that ankle earlier in the first quarter as both teams returned to the bench, and she looks to be in some pain.
That first one, she got up fairly quickly from it, but this one not looking so good for her.
And we'll take a break. Back now, Bates went straight down to the locker room with the Young Harris trainer. So back underway now, a 15-point lead after Bates' layup. She's up to 10 points in the game. 10 points, 4 of 5 from the field, also 4 assists. Lots of bodies down there around Shagog where Barry threw the pass, and it's going to be Young Harris' ball.
Every possession that the Warriors try to go inside the paint, Young Harris is waiting for them, just plugging it, and doing everything they can just to stop them from the easy layups, and they've been doing a great job of it, not just in this second half, but all game.
Yeah, now a 9-0 run as the Warriors are scoreless for the last 3.5 minutes. But there is almost a turnover, but Corley working it back. Now her back to the basket with 5 on the shot clock. The right-handed hook shot was not going to count because she traveled. You can see Bates coming back from the locker room, but takes a seat. So 5:36 to play. Jordan Race will check in at the next dead ball. There's Barry on the left wing. Griffin. Shagog looking inside for Pearley. They set around for Mack. 10 on the shot clock. Pearley tries a drive. Left hand, no good. And another offensive foul. This time on Pearley. Man, the Warriors are really, really struggling here in this third quarter. 2 points in just under 5 minutes. Scoreless for the last 4, and Young Harris defense is quickly ratcheted up here. The 4th best defense coming into the game in the conference, allowing just 61.7 points per game. And in contrast, Southern Wesleyan, the 12th best defense out of 14 teams, averaging 71 points allowed per game. This is Corley again. This time she lost it, and it will be a turnover for the Mountain Lions. They're 13th. That's the 4th alone for Corley, and that will send us to our third quarter media timeout. A 15-point lead for Young Harris. You're watching SWU basketball here on the Conference Carolinas Digital Network. Warriors desperately need a bucket quickly, and they'd love one on this possession. Trailing by 15, 4:35 to play. Just 2 points so far in the quarter, a 4.5-minute scoring drought. Here's Tristan on the left wing, trying to drive, got a step on Corley. Shagag curled, couldn't get the layup to fall, but will head to the free throw line for 2 shots.
And looking like Carmen Bates will re-enter the game after taking a nasty fall up against the padding under her own goal earlier.
That foul there was on Petahuya Delamere, the 5'9" junior from Auckland, New Zealand. So a New Zealander and an Aussie on the team here for Young Harrison. Their men's team also has several international producers. They have Milojevic from Serbia and Rashid from Italy. So Young Harris, a hotbed for international hoopers. As Shagag goes 2 of 2 from the stripe, and the lead is 13. Some better pressure on this defensive possession for the Warriors. This is Bates, as Matt said, checking back into the game after falling into the stands and turned the ball over. Now here goes Tristan Berry the other way, crossing over with an angle to the basket, too strong. Shagag tipped it out of the play. And Warriors going to show some full court pressure here. They get it into Edwards. Griffin comes to double. Bates crosses the timeline and slipped. Got rid of it before she traveled. And this is Oba in the corner, and she traveled. So very good pressure there on the Warriors, forcing 2 turnovers on back-to-back possessions for Young Harris. They'll need to produce now on the offensive end. Just 4 points, 1 of 6 from the field here in this quarter. Shagag has 2 of those. She dumps it to Mack, who spins and backs out. Over the head pass for Glantz, who couldn't catch it cleanly, but possession will stay with the Warriors. 17 on the shot clock. Lexi will inbound. 3:22 to play, 37-24. Toss it out to Shagag. Berry gets the switch with Oba on her. Has a step if she wants to drive. She does. Was bumped. They're going to call that one on the floor. 3rd team foul on Young Harris. 3rd personal foul on Dusty Oba. Lexi gets the handoff back from Shagag. Now she'll try a drive. It was blocked by Delamere. Rebound goes to Bates, who's trying to kick out to Edwards. Edwards back to Griffith. Now Oba in the corner. She drives baseline. Lexi stripped it away, but was called for the foul first. That's her 2nd. As Jamari Frederick, a long rest for her, will check back into the game. And 5 subs for the Warriors. Peerley, Race, Glover, Smith, and Kendrick. And Frederick will inbound now for the Mountain Lions. Gets it to Bates, who hands back off to Frederick. Good ball movement here from Young Harris. And 10 on the shot clock. Frederick drives. Can't finish the floater with the right hand. Rebound goes to Race. And the pass up ahead was stolen by Edwards. Here goes Trinity the other way to Bates. Bates inside for Griffith. And Harris still moving the ball around quickly here. Frederick on the right wing. Gets it back to Bates. And gets a screen from Griffith. And finds Frederick, who couldn't get the 3 to fall. Now the Warriors with numbers going the other way. Up ahead to Race. Just too far for her. And I believe it was Delamere who stepped out of bounds as she was touching it. So the ball will stay here with the Warriors. They got away with one there. That one probably should have been a turnover on the tough pass from Kendrick. So under 2 to play third quarter, 37-24. Kendrick tosses it out to Smith. Corley will check back in for Young Harris with the next dead ball. Pearley couldn't finish the layup there, so lead stays at 13 now for Young Harris. Still just 4 points in this quarter, and that is Lily Griffith wide open, too strong though. Kendrick the rebound. Nice pass up ahead to Pearley, who can't finish again. And a foul. On either Race or Frederick. We'll see. He didn't indicate which team he called that one on. If we're shooting, that means it's on Southern Wesleyan. And so it is. It was called on Jordan Race.
That just being her
Jordan's
second foul.
Yep. And that will send Griffith to the free throw line. Just a 50% free throw shooter. Looking to build back onto the Young Harris lead. 2 shots for her. First one good.
And the Warriors on back-to-back possessions having a lightly contested look at the basket for a layup, but can't get any of them to fall.
And Griffith goes 2 of 2 from the free throw line and checks out for Crystal Corley. 13 points and 6 rebounds for Crystal here in the game. And then solid on this end as well, as have all of the Mountain Lions. Here's Shagog. Now Smith. Back to Dynasty. In the corner for Kendrick. Pumps. Drives. Right hand finishes. Nice bucket from Kalia Kendrick of nearby Seneca, South Carolina. Minute left here, third quarter. Lead is 13 for Young Harris. Frederick drives and kicks. Delamere for 3. No good. Rebound Kendrick. She'll push the pace for the Warriors. Crossing over to the left hand. Inside pass. Glover couldn't control it. Now Race cuts. Right-handed floater. Good. Back-to-back buckets for the Warriors. Lead is down to 11 with 38 to play.
And the Warriors need all hands on deck on both sides of the floor to get back in this game with just 30 seconds left in the third quarter.
10-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. Here's Bates. They go double screen left. This has been their go-to set at the end of every quarter. That time, Bates rejected the screen. That was not great defense from the Warriors, but they will have a chance at the last shot here. Kendrick drives again. Her shot's no good. Rebound, Delamere. Bates will have to hoist it if she wants it. Half-court shot at the buzzer, way off. And that will send us to the fourth quarter. A 13-point lead for Young Harris. Just 8 points in the quarter for the Warriors. And they'll need much better on both ends of the floor as they trail with 10 minutes to play. You're watching Southern Wesleyan basketball here on the Conference Carolinas Digital Network. Young Harris possession here to start the fourth quarter. 10 minutes for the Warriors to cut into a 13-point lead in hopes of picking up their 7th conference win of the season and moving to 500 in both division play and conference play. And Frederick to inbound here. Outside to Bates. With Smith on her. Now 10 on the shot clock. Delamere drives, finds Corley. Corley bumps and goes up. Rebound goes to Kendrick. Now she has numbers. 3-on-2 break for the Warriors. Kendrick crosses over and was tripped and fouled. It's on Frederick. Just her first. And so an inbound set here for the Warriors. Kendrick to trigger. And a foul before the inbound. On Jordan Race. That was an interesting one.
Not really sure was it for.
It looked like she was running to get open, and they called a foul on her. That's her second, or excuse me, her third. But I'm not quite sure what the foul was for. But ball goes back now to Young Harris. They get away with one right there, and now they have a layup on the other end that was rejected by Kalaya Kendrick. She has been great here in the second half. Now Smith inside. Glover with the right hand finishes. So at the ball don't lie moment there for the Warriors as Kendrick got the block and Glover got the layup. Lead down to 11, just under a minute played here in the fourth quarter. This is Delamere trying a three. It's no good. Offensive rebound, Corley. Now Bates on the drive. Got a step. Couldn't finish. Another offensive rebound for Young Harris. Now it's Edwards. Dumps to Corley. She couldn't finish. Glover's rebound. Smith spins away from Bates. Keeps control. Now Shagag dives, goes up, and was fouled. Chance now for Dynasty to cut the lead to single digits as the foul was on Trinity Edwards. Her third, second team foul already of this quarter for Young Harris. And now Shagag will head to the free throw line, a 48% free throw shooter. Went 2 of 2 from the line earlier in this game, has 4 points in 10 minutes played.
And Tristan Berry enters game for Jordan Race, and it looks like Shelby Glantz will enter after this shot.
First free throw's good from Dynasty. And Oba checks in for Delamere for Young Harris. And Dynasty again goes 2 of 2. So she's 4 of 4, 48% free throw shooter. Going 4 of 4 from the stripe here today. And those are 2 massive free throws from Dynasty.
Cutting the lead to 9 now.
Lead is 9. 4-0 start to this quarter for Southern Wesleyan. And more defensive pressure here. Berry getting up into Bates. Now Frederick. Glover and Corley fighting inside. Glantz deflected the pass. And Glover fell, but Corley couldn't catch it cleanly. Another stop on the defensive end for the Warriors. Now Smith. Glover. Berry thought about the three. Kendrick will try a drive. Inside pass for Glover was poked away by Frederick. It will stay with the Warriors with 18 on the shot clock.
Just with those passes inside for the Warriors, Young Harris is just going to always be there ready for it.
Yeah, but Matt, it feels like every time Kendrick drives, she gets a step on her defender. Her crossovers have been extremely good here today, and now she dimes up Alexis Glover, who cuts and finishes. Lead down to 7:45 to play in the fourth quarter. Warriors feeling some momentum here. Now Corley Corley pulling up from the free throw line. No good. Again rebounded by the Warriors. This time Glantz. Kendrick the other way. Kalaya to the basket. Right-handed layup too strong. And rebound Corley. Spun away. Lost it. Now Griffith up ahead. Wide open Oba. And that's the first bucket of the fourth quarter for Young Harris. Lead goes back to 9. 7:19 to play. That was a big swing. Warriors had a chance to cut into the lead again. And that will send us here to a timeout. 43-34, 7:19 to play. Don't go anywhere. This one's getting good. Back underway here in the fourth quarter. 43-34, Young Harris leads, but the Warriors been much better since starting the fourth quarter. There's Shelby Glantz on the turnaround shot, no good. And ball goes to Young Harris, but a chance for the Warriors to set their press here. And Griffith to inbound for Young Harris. 7:02 to play. They go into Bates. Kendrick comes to double with Barry. Now Bates crosses over away from Glover. And we'll back out. Now 12 on the shot clock for Young Harris. She rejects the screen. Gets all the way to the basket. And again, blocked by Kendrick. She's now got 2 blocks, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Just 2 points, but she's doing almost everything but score the ball here for the Warriors. She's been awesome in the second half. 8 on the shot clock for Young Harris. Bates goes behind the back, lost it, stolen away by Barry. Here goes Tristan with a head of steam the other way. Out, Kendrick pumps, drives, spins, and stolen away by Corley. Here goes Crystal up ahead to Oba, who finishes again. Oba's now got all 4 points here in this quarter, and both of them are off seemingly wide open layups off of Warrior turnovers. Lead goes back to double digits for Young Harris. Barry tries a drive, left hand, no good. Rebounded by Oba. Bates goes behind the back. Very good defense in the open court from Tristan Barry. And a foul before the layup. And Coach Davis not happy with the call. And very patient referee. Extremely patient referee. Wow. You guys almost saw that whole interaction right there. Coach Davis just asking for it to be called both ways, and wow, that was extremely patient refereeing. Lead stays at 11 now, 5:50 to play.
I promise he's not mic'd up. And a steal by Griffin. Come down the court, 2-on-2.
And now Glantz with the right-handed push shot. No good. That was an opportunity the Warriors would have loved to convert on to cut the lead back to single digits. And now Bates is bumped hard again, but Glover didn't mean anything, and she was first to help her up. But Bates has taken a couple of hard falls. One into the wall, one into the scoreboard, and one
be looking
earlier
at a flagrant
on the floor. They are talking about it just to see, and again, Coach Davis is in some conversation with the officials, and the referees were just asking him they're asking him to stop talking, even though he was just talking to Lexi Griffin.
And it will just be a common foul.
I think that's the right call.
Yeah. Didn't seem intentional.
Obviously a foul and a hard fall again for Bates, but Glover certainly didn't mean to injure. Was just trying to make a play on the ball, and Coach Davis gonna sit down Lexi Griffin there. Didn't like her decision to pass it in transition there. Warriors let an opportunity to go on the offensive end in the last possessions. Bates looking inside for Corley. Gets doubled. Down to Oba. Power dribbles, blocked by Glantz. Got the rebound and was fouled on the second attempt. That is Shelby's first.
And John Davis calling a timeout for the Warriors here.
A 30-second timeout called by the Warriors, and Coach Davis unhappy at a combination of people right now as the Warriors trail by 11, 5-10 left. Matt, what do you think they could do a better job here on the offensive end to try to cut back in? Because the defensive side of things has been very good to start this quarter, but the offensive end just not capitalizing on all the possessions.
Finishing at the rim and watching those unintentional turnovers with passes. That's been their kryptonite all tonight.
It'll be Oba at the free throw line for 2 shots. The best free throw shooter on this Young Harris team. A couple other Warriors teams in action here today. Baseball currently trailing Limestone 1-0 in the bottom of the second, and lacrosse was defeated by Lenore Ryan earlier in the afternoon. And of course, the men's game will follow this one. Another important game for the Warriors in the second game of this doubleheader. Mountain Lions won the first one down in Georgia back in December. Oba goes 1 of 2. Lead is 12. This is Smith. Driving baseline, spinning away from Bates. Cross court for Barry in the corner. Barry pumps and drives, and it's fouled. Count it, and the bucket. Barry to the free throw line for a chance at a 3-point play, which is a massive one. Could cut into the lead again and make it single digits.
And that's a great job by Barry using that footwork, because she's tiptoeing that baseline right there, trying not to go out of bounds and through contact, getting the and one.
But missed the free throw, and a strong rebound from Corley, who will bring it up herself here. 46-36, 4:40 to play. Still Bates. Good pressure from Barry. Frederick the handoff. Back to Bates. 10 on the shot clock now for the Mountain Lions. Need to get something working quickly. Oba, a straightaway 3, swishes. That is a big-time shot from Dusty Oba. She's had a great fourth quarter. Has all 8 points in this period for Young Harris. Lead goes back to 13. That's a reach-in foul on Bates. The 4th team foul on Young Harris. As Pearley checks in. It'll be Kendrick to inbound. 4:07 left, 20 on the shot clock. They get it in to Mack. Pearly shows, left-handed hook shot is good. Just the first points of the game for Asia Pearly, who is the Warriors' leading scorer off the bench, third leading scorer overall, had a 10-point double-double in the first matchup between the two teams. That's just her first points here of the game with 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. And an offensive foul on Bates. So a turnover, Young Harris. Just a second, though, on Bates, but they come in very quick succession. Here's Kendrick in the corner. Gets a screen from Glantz. Pearly, bounce pass to Glantz. What a dime from Asia Pearly. Lead is 9. Warriors need another stop here. Bates spins into Kendrick. Very good pressure. They break it to Oba, who could have had another three. Instead, will slow it down and run some clock for Young Harris. She hands off to Bates. Bates tries a drive, jumps and kicks to Griffith. Around for Fredericks. Oba, another three. This time doesn't fall. Glantz the rebound. Here goes Kendricks the other way for the Warriors. This is where she's been at her best here today. Kicks out back to Shelby. Cross court for Mack. Corner three, no good. The ball will stay with the Warriors. That would have been a huge shot if Mack could have converted. Now Taylor Smith will check in for Mack. And Kendrick to inbound. Pearly gives it right back to her. Up top for Glantz. Pearly working hard under the basket. Had to throw it up. And it goes out of play. Pearly just a little bit out of control there. And Coach Davis tried to sub, just not quick enough as they get it into Bates. And almost stolen away again by the Warriors. Off of Barry last. Lead is 9 with 2:24 to play. Both teams in the double bonus for the rest of the game. Bates. Poked away by Barry. Bates got it right back. 15 on the shot clock. And a foul on Tristan. That'll be her third. Lots of contact almost all the time from Bates and Barry. Two competitors going at it. Two very good players at their own craft. Bates a ball handler and Barry a defender. And now Cameron will have to hit some shots here from the stripe. Just a 57% free throw shooter on the season. Lead right now is 9. And I think they're sorting something out with the book. And Coach Davis again in conversation with some of the officials.
Just having a friendly talk.
I think he's just trying to ask the referees to watch the off arm of the Young Harris ball handlers. And now we're going to get an abbreviated timeout here. And Coach Huffman of Young Harris will use it for some scouting, but it does work to ice the free throw shooter Cameron Bates. And the referee's just going to try to speed it back up here. So it still will be 2 free throws for Cameron Bates, the 5'3" sophomore out of Marietta, Georgia. 7.5 points a game, 3.3 assists per game. But as I mentioned, just a 57% free throw shooter. Warriors would love a 1 of 2 trip here. The first one's no good from Bates. Lead stays at 9 with 2:15 to play. And that should be a lane violation. That was Corley who left after the ball was in the hands of Bates, so she doesn't even get a chance at the second one. Lead at 9. Warriors need to capitalize here with the bucket. This is Glantz. Still Shelby. Throws it to Barry. Now Tristan, a driving lane. Kicks. Kendrick. Corner 3. Good!
6-point lead now for Young Harris. The Warriors clawing back now.
49-43, 1:46 to play. Another stop is needed here. Ball screen, Corley. Barry gets back to Bates. This is Fredericks. Corley, 10 on the shot clock. Driving to the basket. Glantz, great defense. Rejected. Rebound, Kendricks. 2-on-1 with Peerley going the other way. Behind the back, but an offensive foul.
Very questionable offensive foul, too. A lot of movement from Young Harris on that one. But it'll go in their favor.
Certainly a lot of movement, but I do think that Kendricks was probably just too out of control. You would have liked to see her just make the easy pass and get out the way. Went for the behind-the-back pass that could have cut the lead to just 4. Instead, the ball goes back to Young Harris. It's a player control foul, so no free throws, even though the Mountain Lions are in the double bonus. More good defense here from Barry. 1:17 to play. They're counting on Fredericks. Now Corley cuts, double team, kicked out to Oba. Extra pass, Fredericks. Back to Oba. Might have got away with the walk. Instead, she drives and travels. So another chance now for the Warriors. A 3-minute scoreless drought for Young Harris. The lead is 6. And remember, Matt, most of this has been done without the Warriors' leading scorer, Lexi Griffin, on the floor.
And Lexi Griffin only having 2 points in this game.
And played for really just like 2 offensive possessions here in the fourth quarter. And had the one transition opportunity. Taylon Smith pulls a 3. That one's too strong and hits out of play. And maybe not the best shot there for the Warriors. They went quickly, and a timeout called by Coach Huffman of Young Harris. We'll keep it right here. A 6-point lead, 54 seconds to play. The Warriors certainly going to draw out some pressure here. It's actually a 60-second timeout. We'll still keep it here, though. We mentioned Lexi Griffith struggling for the Warriors, just 1 of 7 from the field, 2 turnovers, 2 points. The Warriors have done a much better job limiting Young Harris getting out in transition. They dominated with 15 points off turnovers in the first half, just 4 in that category in the second half.
And points in the paint for the Warriors has gone up drastically in this fourth quarter, which has helped them mount this comeback. And they need everyone turned all the way up to 10 on defense for this last minute of play if they want to come out with a victory. Just down 6 points, so it is possible.
Certainly is possible. They've been very, very good in this fourth quarter. 15-8, the fourth quarter score, holding Young Harris to 3 of 13 from the field in that stretch. 54 seconds to play.
And Oba earlier in that possession passing up a wide open three-pointer.
Still has all 8 points in the quarter for Young Harris. And they get it into Oba. She gets doubled with Barry and Glover. Steps through the double team, kicks out to Corley. Warriors needing some pressure here and will soon need to foul. It's Corley. And they finally get the foul. It looked like they've been trying to foul for the past 8 seconds or so. And it will send Crystal Corley to the free throw line, a 64% free throw shooter. The best free throw shooter on the team is Oba, who is 79%.
Asia Peerley coming into the game for Alexis Glover for the Warriors. And Bates also returning to the floor.
Yeah, that's an offensive substitution for the Warriors. Pearly for Glover. Corley will get 2.
Corley shooting
First is good.
60% on the year. First one is good.
Now has 14 in the game, 14, 8, and 3 steals. And we'll get a second here.
Remember in the first quarter, she had 11. So it's slowed down a lot since then. As she makes both.
2 of 2. Very clutch free throws there from Crystal Corley. Warriors need a bucket quickly as Barry heads right to the rack and was fouled. That's the perfect scenario for the Warriors. You go quickly, you send a good free throw shooter to the stripe, and you stop the clock. That is the perfect offensive scenario for the Warriors, and you can even get your best interior defender in Alexis Glover right back into the game. An experienced move there from Tristan Berry, an 81% free throw shooter on the year, one of the top free throw shooters in the conference. Has 7 points here in this one. However, just 1 of 3 from the stripe, though. Gets that one to fall.
Corley in the game for Young Harris with 8 rebounds, and Shelby Glantz in there for the Warriors with 7.
And Barry goes 2 of 2.
No rebound needed. She makes both.
Timeout, Young Harris. And we'll keep it right here. They call the timeout so they can advance the ball here and just limit some of the pressure caused by the Warriors' full court pressure. So it will be Mountain Lion ball here on the side out. 30.7 to play. So a 0.7 differential between the game clock and the shot clock, and a 6-point differential on the scoreboard. Both teams in the double bonus. Both teams with a timeout left to call.
Six-point game. Just north of 30 seconds left.
It will be Lily Griffith to inbound again. The free throw shooter that they want would be Oba. And they get it into Fredericks, the second best free throw shooter. So that play was run either for Oba or Frederick, and they got it to Jamari. She'll head to the line for 2. 71%. He's got 8 in the game, 2 of 2 on a trip earlier. The first one got a lucky roll. Frederick gets a second. And it rolls out. Rebound Glover. Warriors looking to go quickly here again. Barry crosses over, has a driving lane, finishes the layup, and now they can press full court into Corley, who is fouled by Glenn. So the lead is 5, 20.5 to play. Corley goes to the line now for 2. That is Shelby's second. Tristan has 4. That's the only person with more than 3 in the entire game. Corley, 64% on the year, 2 of 2, which came 2 trips ago. Knocks down the first. The Warriors are playing their offensive cards correctly. They're just need maybe 1 or 2 more missed free throws now for Young Harris. And Corley rattles home the second. So it's 54-47, 20.5 to play. Barry hesitates, kicks. Kendrick, right wing 3, no good. Offensive rebound. Kendrick goes right back up and finishes. That took a lot of time, though. They get it in to Bates. Warriors need to foul, but they will just let this one run out, and Young Harris picks up the victory. So a really close one down the stretch, but Young Harris picks up the road victory to even the season series at 1 apiece and move to 12-12 on the year, 8-6 in the conference, and 3-3 in Southwest Division play. Crystal Corley had the decisive free throws there at the end of the game, finishing with 17 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 steals. Cameron Bates had 12 points and 5 assists, and Dusty Oba, 8 big points coming in the fourth quarter to help Young Harris seal the victory. For the Warriors, both Shelby Glantz and Tristan Berry had 11, but an extremely off night for Lexi Griffin, who struggled here today. And the Warriors fall now to 9-15 overall, 6-8 in conference play, 2-4 in Southwest Division play. So that would do it for our coverage here of the women's game. We'll be back right here on the same channel in about 24 minutes with the guys' game, hoping for a Warriors split here as they face Young Harris again in the second game of a doubleheader. For Andrew Baxley and Matt O'Banion, we'll talk to you for the guys' game here shortly.